Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you stopping by our little spot to hang out with us today. If you like the music on this channel, go to our YouTube music channel at Drizzler Works Music, or just click on the link in this video. There we have calming and study music to chill out to or for your next grind. Your support helps us reach good people like yourself. So with that said, today we're diving into a topic that might seem a little strange at first. We're going to talk about Machiavelli. Now, when you hear that name, you probably think of cunning, backstabbing, and the phrase, "the ends justify the means." You might picture a ruthless, power-hungry villain from a history book or a movie. But what if I told you that Niccolò Machiavelli, the 16th century diplomat and philosopher, has some of the most powerful and surprisingly relevant advice for people who consider themselves nice guys? If you're the kind of person who always puts others first, who avoids conflict at all costs, who wants to be liked by everyone, and who sometimes feels like you get taken for granted, then this video is for you. Because Machiavelli's core message isn't about being evil, it's about being effective. It's about understanding the world as it is, not as you wish it would be. And for a nice guy, that lesson is an absolute game changer. So let's reframe Machiavelli. We're not here to learn how to be a tyrant. We're here to learn how to stop being a doormat. First, let's tackle the biggest misconception. The famous line, "the ends justify the means," is a brutal oversimplification of his work. Machiavelli wasn't arguing that you should do anything, no matter how horrible, to get what you want. He was a realist writing during a time of intense political instability in Italy. He observed that leaders who were too idealistic, too merciful, or too bound by conventional morality often lost their power, their states, and their lives. His advice to a new prince was a survival guide in a shark tank. He was essentially saying, look, to protect your people and maintain order, you can't afford to be naive. You have to be willing to do things that are unpleasant, but necessary. For us in our modern lives, this translates to understanding that being nice all the time without any backbone can lead to our own personal and professional instability. It's about recognizing that sometimes the nice thing to do in the short term is actually the worst thing for you and everyone involved in the long term. This leads us to one of Machiavelli's most brilliant and useful concepts, the idea of the lion and the fox. He argued that a successful leader needs to embody two animals. The lion represents strength, courage, and the ability to use force when necessary. The fox represents cunning, intelligence, and the ability to see through traps and deceive when needed. The nice guy among us is often missing the lion. We have the fox's social grace, the desire to get along, but we lack the ferocity to protect our own boundaries. Think about it. The fox part of you is great at reading a room, at being empathetic, at making people feel comfortable. But when someone takes advantage of that kindness, where is the lion? The lion is the part of you that says no. The lion is the part of you that sets a firm boundary and doesn't apologize for it. The lion is the part of you that is willing to have that uncomfortable conversation because you respect yourself too much to let it slide. Being a nice guy doesn't mean you have to be a lamb. Machiavelli is urging you to find your inner lion. It's not about becoming a bully. It's about having the strength to defend your territory, your time, and your well-being. Now let's get to the most controversial part of his philosophy, the idea that it is better to be feared than loved. This sounds terrible, right? We're taught from a young age to be lovable. But again, we have to look at the context. Machiavelli's full argument is that it is much safer to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both. Why? Because he saw love as a bond of obligation, which, as men are wicked, is broken whenever it serves their purpose. Fear, on the other hand, is maintained by a dread of punishment which never forsakes you. How do we apply this without becoming a monster? We reframe fear as respect. A nice guy is often loved, or at least liked, but not always respected. People like you because you're easy, you're agreeable, you don't make waves. But do they respect your time? Do they respect your no? Do they respect your expertise? Often the answer is no. The fear Machiavelli talks about isn't about making people terrified that you'll yell at them or hurt them. It's about them having a healthy respect for the consequences of crossing you. If someone knows that if they break a promise to you, there will be a consequence, that you will call them out, that you will stop doing them favors, that you will enforce the boundary you set, They will treat you with a level of seriousness that love or liking alone can't achieve. It's the fear of a negative outcome, not the fear of you as a person, that commands respect. And respect is the foundation of any healthy relationship, personal or professional. Finally, let's talk about another key piece of Machiavellian advice: the importance of appearing virtuous. He wrote that a ruler must appear to be merciful, faithful, humane, sincere, and religious. But he went on to say that in reality, a ruler must be prepared to act against all of these virtues if the state's security requires it. This sounds incredibly two-faced, but for the modern nice guy, it's a lesson in emotional intelligence and strategic self-presentation. Being a nice guy, you probably feel your virtues deeply. You are sincere. You are merciful. The problem is, you wear these virtues on your sleeve, making you vulnerable. Machiavelli's advice here is not to be fake, but to be in control of your image. It means understanding that you don't have to broadcast your every feeling or vulnerability to everyone you meet. It means maintaining a professional, composed demeanor, even when you're feeling stressed or upset inside. It means choosing when to show your hand. This isn't about being deceptive, it's about being strategic. You can be a genuinely kind person, but you don't owe everyone a window into your soul. You can project confidence and control, even when you're feeling uncertain. This creates an aura of competence that makes people less likely to test your boundaries in the first place. So what is the takeaway for the nice guy? Machiavelli is not asking you to abandon your kindness. Your empathy and your desire to connect with people are strengths. The problem is when they are unbalanced. He's asking you to supplement your kindness with strength, your empathy with strategy, and your desire to be liked with a demand for respect. It's about becoming a complete person. A person who can be both the fox and the lion. A person who is loved because they are genuinely good, but respected because they are strong and have clear boundaries. It's about understanding that in the real world, effectiveness is what allows you to survive and thrive. And from that position of strength, your goodness can actually make a bigger impact. So go out there and be kind, but be a Machiavellian nice guy. Be kind, but be shrewd. Be compassionate, but be formidable. The world needs more people like that. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe. I have more videos, so feel free to watch them as well. I appreciate each and every one of you. God bless you. See you in the next video.